As promised, here is the second update video on Coronavirus Business Bounce Back Loan Scheme. In this video, I will update you on what you need to get ready for tomorrow's application process on how to apply for a Coronavirus Bounce Back Loan Scheme. Also, 3 new forms of grant or funding just announced. Thank you so much for your feedback, comments and sharing the previous videos with your friends who are business owners on how they can apply for a Coronavirus Business Bounce Back Loan Scheme. I'm not going to repeat the previous content in this video. If you've missed those 2 previous videos, look in the text below and I've dropped the links there. I will also be releasing another video tomorrow morning to talk you through the extra tips when completing your application after I've submitted one. If you hit subscribe, YouTube will notify you when that video goes live. So let's have a look. Who is eligible first? Your business must be a UK business-based activity. It must have turnover less than 45 million. You must have a borrowing proposal which the lender would consider viable were it not for the current pandemic. You must be able to self-certify that your business has been adversely affected by coronavirus or COVID-19. You must not have been classed as a business in difficulty on the 31st of December 2019 if applying to borrow £30,000 or more. So that effectively means a business that isn't on the verge of insolvency, was in normal trading activity. There is no stipulation. A question that keeps coming up in the comments is, what date must my business have started? All it states so far in everything I have read is that your business must have been trading on the 31st December 2019 and not be at risk of closure. Lenders will need further information to confirm your eligibility, and all lending decisions remain the same and is fully delegated to 50 plus lenders. So what will lenders need from you? When you apply for a business loan, most lenders will ask you for the following. Now, I visited every approved lender's website today and the government sites also, and all say criteria will be available tomorrow AM. As I used to work for a bank, typically I have an idea of what they will ask for, and I will give you a short reasoning on each item below. Now, details you will need for the loan application process. The amount you want to borrow. Work out last year's turnover and this year's forecast turnover. Then divide that by 4 to work out the maximum you could apply for. Note, the maximum loan amount will be £50,000. If your turnover exceeds £200,000, the maximum you can apply for is £50,000. You might be asked what the money's for. For instance, I don't think it will be asked for, but why, I hear you say, why won't you be asked for information? Because Rishi Sunak has stated that it's to be 2 sides of A4 application form. But just in case, prepare yourself a short, simple paragraph that explains what you will do with the money. The period over which you will make the repayments. The lender will assess your affordability based on your turnover. The minimum period will be 12 months at 0% interest. The maximum period will be 72 months. So months 13 to 72 will have a 2.5% fixed interest rate. I will be applying for the maximum term, as this is very cheap business finance. And I'm not quite sure what my business needs are, perhaps in 3 or 5 years business time. And if I was to apply for borrowing at that point in time, would I pay more than 2.5% for unsecured funding? Most definitely I would. So I think this is a great opportunity to actually secure the funding you will need for the future. Your application must be for business purposes, and the business must have been adversely affected by COVID-19. So prepare a one-line statement how your business has been affected. Has your turnover fallen? Have your costs gone up? Have your suppliers restricted or delayed deliveries? Are you managing with less staff due to social distancing? Are you having to put increased costs in to do with social distancing? Next criteria is your BBLS, Business Bounce Back Loan Scheme loan, will be used to support primarily trading business in the UK. Sorry, I got confused there, didn't I? It's my memory playing me up today. You're a UK-based business, and the amount you wish to borrow is between £2,000 and £50,000. Now, what supporting documents might you need to supply? So get these ready as well. You might need to provide certain documents when you apply for the BBLS loan. These are likely to vary from lender to lender, but could include your management accounts, which will be a cash flow statement, a profit and loss statement, and a balance sheet. A business plan, just a simple one or 2 pages, what your business does and its niche. Historic accounts. These should be available from your accountant if you've misplaced them. Details of the business's assets. This may be required to declare key company assets, which may be required as a security. No personal assets should be requested, as no personal guarantee is required. And also any funding or loans that you've had which fall within the £200,000 limit that the government and the European Union set, you might need to disclose those if you've had any. So get that information ready. Now, what can I expect from the lender? Well, the lender will have authority to decide whether or not to offer you finance. Under the scheme, lenders will not be taking personal guarantees in any form. If one lender turns you down, you can still approach other lenders within the scheme. So, what lenders are offering loans? Because earlier I said there was 50 of them. Now, I've tried to simplify this for you and cut down the list because to those who are just offering unconditional loans. I.e., you don't have to have asset finance or invoice discounting facilities already with them. So in no particular order, which banks have I got? I've got the Bank of Scotland, Co-op Bank, Starling Bank, Metro Bank, Allied Irish Bank, AIB for short, Bank of Ireland, UK, Barclays, Clydesdale, Yorkshire, Danske Bank, NI, Northern Ireland, Funding Circle, HSBC, Lloyds, NatWest, TSB, Royal Bank of Scotland, Santander. Paragon are offering loans, but are primarily focusing on giving preference to existing customers. And a niche one is the Business Enterprise Fund, which is helping businesses in Yorkshire and the northeast of England. So that's the list who are giving unconditional loans. So I mentioned there was other business finance support options just announced. Well, firstly, you've got the Coronavirus Business Interruption Loan Scheme, CBILS for short. Now, the criterion on that change as of tomorrow. So the minimum loan amount they will make under that scheme is £50,001, upwards to £5 million. Now, over the weekend, there's been a top-up local government grant scheme launched. This is for people who missed out on the business rates grant. That was the £10,000 or £25,000 that were allocated by the councils to those with business premises that were in certain types of business premises. Now, if you did not qualify for that, don't fear. This could help you. So the councils are giving additional funding of up to £10,000 to those businesses that missed out. And that process will be through your local council's website, details to be announced. Bid support. What is BID? Well, BID is Business Improvement District. they have been allocated an additional £6.1 million boost. Now, this money will be paid to local authorities and dispersed to the business improvement districts. These are the business partnerships that bring developers and communities together to provide local leadership, drive regeneration, and deliver projects and additional local services. So that's all my update for today. Subscribe to YouTube so you'll get notified of tomorrow's update. Please stay at home and please stay safe.